Press play.
Replay, replay, replay.
You're watching Play Replay with Async. Today I want to talk about the recent news that Masters of the Universe, the movie, has been canceled at Netflix. They haven't canceled their cartoon TV show though, which I see a lot of people putting the picture up for the Netflix cartoon show on their posts and stuff, talking about the movie being canceled. The movie is not a cartoon. The movie is not the cartoon show on Netflix that got canceled. It's a movie that they canceled. But I don't know. Some people might not know that, and I just figured I'd point that out. So they canceled this thing, and it's like, okay, for me, it's a sign of relief, because it's like, thank God they're not going to screw that up like they screw up everything else, because that seems to be the thing. And Netflix has got a lot of agenda that they push in a lot of stuff that they have too. So I wouldn't think they would be. I don't think any studio is actually good enough to do a Masters of the Universe movie at the moment. Mainly because I don't think that they will do it right. I heard that the story that they did have was based around He-Man coming from Earth to Eternia, and that there's a lot of Earth stuff going on. That is not Masters of the Universe. Masters of the Universe is not that. I realize the 80s film spent 99% of the time on Earth, and they had like no budget, and they didn't make them look like the actual characters in the cartoons or in the comic books or anything. I realize they didn't want them to look like the actual toys that people actually recognize them by. Okay, that's fine. And a lot of you might like that movie. That's fine too. I don't care. You can like what you like. I'm not telling you what to like. But that did not look like the Masters of the Universe like action figures, or it didn't even look like the cartoon or the comic books. So that was just another thing that they just put Masters of the Universe on. There was no Prince Adam in that, where he transformed into He-Man. There was no Battle Cat. There was just, the things were not the same. And it was basically a Earth movie. And it was done in the dark, and the CGI, I shouldn't say CGI. The special effects were not that great. The costumes were boring, same old stuff. So I think if they're going to do a new Masters of the Universe movie, they have to actually base it on Eternia and actually spend some time making a story that, if they're going to do a trilogy or something, just kind of make one story that's one enclosed story to itself for the first one. But also be thinking, well, if this does well, you can actually spread it out between like 3 movies or so, But I don't think that they're willing to do that. I mean, Star Wars, the sequels, those movies, they didn't even plan. There was just like, okay, we're going to do this one, and then we'll try to figure out what we're going to do in the next one. And if that does well, then we'll do something else in the next one. It's like, well, you need to have a plan, okay? I mean, they didn't make the Lord of the Rings movies, well, in the books, they didn't have like an idea of just one book and then, oh, we're making money. What are we going to do now? I guess we'll have to make it up as we go. They didn't do that. They thought it out, and he planned it out, and they made it make sense. So I don't know. I just wanted to talk about the fact that this Masters of the Universe movie has been canceled, and I'm kind of joyful in a sense, because I know that they were going to screw it up anyway. It was going to be wrong. They're not going to do it right. The characters are going to be done wrong. I'm sure the costumes will not look like the figures or the characters that they are supposed to be like. And it'll just be another movie that they call something, and then I'm sure that there'll be a message that they want to put in there, because Masters of the Universe is strong characters. Like these people are built. They're very well established characters. They're not they're good characters. We have equal, the whole movie it's all equal. You got Teela and He-Man. Teela, Prince Adam, and they got the sorceress. She's a major part of Masters of the Universe. So if they're going to say that, these movies that the story is not very good to women, that's a lie. Because Masters of the Universe has a lot of strong female characters in it. And if you really want to go there, She-Ra, He-Man's sister, if they can actually put that in there and have it make sense, she literally is like He-Man. she's a strong, empowered female woman, female character. So I don't know what they're going to do if they want to push that message, because they can't really push that message. Now, I realize what the next thing that they'll go for is, well, the movie does not have enough diversity because we have to appease BlackRock, if anyone knows who that is and what that is. That's what's pushing this agenda to make characters that were once white black, or once male female, because they want to change things and they're messing up. Now, imagine you write a story and you decide that you want to make a movie of that. And then you have a company that buys a certain amount of stock in your movie and tells you your white character can't be the lead because he needs to be black because we don't have enough diversity. And if you wanted to win an award for this, then you have to have a certain amount of black people, a certain amount of females, and a certain amount of this, that, and the other thing. Even stuff that that doesn't make sense to the movie. You have to do that because you have to appease these people. Does that sound like freedom like free creativity? But they'll just call you racist if you don't want to put a black guy. See how that works? You're being cornered because you don't want to be a racist. You don't want to be a sexist, right? You see how that works? But that's what they're doing. And that's what's messing up everything that we watch now. Well, I should laugh about this though, because the actors are on strike at this moment. The writers are on strike at this moment, and Hollywood is basically shut down at the moment. And for better or worse, that's just the way it is. And I think it's for the better, honestly. And these rich, giant, elite CEOs of these giant movie studios who make so much money, it's ridiculous. They're still able to get continue to make money and work and do fine, So it's like, okay, whatever. And the actors, they just want to use them as like janitors. But a lot of the actors are also evil because they push agendas too, because they like the agendas that they're pushing sometimes, So it's just a mismatch of a bunch of crap. It's just so much BS. So I just want to see Masters of the Universe, the movie, do well. Like actual legit one where it takes place on Eternia with actual characters that look like the actual action figures I played with as a kid. And I just want it to be the heart and soul of what Masters of the Universe is. Because I don't think that these people know what that is. I don't even think that they could understand what a Masters of the Universe movie could be. It could be a $1 billion franchise like Lord of the Rings and all these other things. It could be a huge one. If they got somebody in there that actually knows what it is and actually likes the thing and was allowed to do it properly. Because sometimes they get people that in there that actually probably like the stuff, and then they get a producer or something and a bunch of people texting them from the suits or whatever, telling them, can you put this in the movie? Can you put this in the movie? And the script has already been written, and this guy's supposed to change the movie at in the middle of making it. It's insane, the stuff that these people have to put up with. So I just want freedom, that people to have the freedom to create these things and do it right without a studio destroying the project before it even gets released. Because a lot of movies nowadays are not doing well, and studios are like, I don't know why. And it's because you got a bunch of activists in there that are completely preaching at the people, and they write these scripts that are just preaching at people, and then if you don't like this, if you go online and you complain about it, now you're a racist or a sexist or some kind of a Nazi or you're all these things that they want to label you, and you're not even any of that. You just want a good movie. And I think that pretty much everybody would agree that wouldn't it be nice to be able to go to a good movie for once that's actually a fun, likable, well-told story that isn't pushing an agenda, that's like not beating you over the head and telling you, hey, this is how you should be living, or you should like this. If you don't like it, you're a sexist or you're a pig. We don't need that. What we want is good stories. I mean, and the kids that are growing up nowadays, when they see these movies, I can't imagine what they're thinking when they keep getting hit with a message all the time. It's kind of brainwashing them so that when they get older, they're just going to hate their parents' values that their parents grew up with, and they'll just say, well, no, your values are wrong because I was taught this. Well, you were taught lies, kid. Well, it doesn't matter. They were taught that. They were brainwashed that. and somehow people are just quiet and let their kids be brainwashed by that stuff, and they don't talk about the message in these movies. Well, that's why I talk about it. Unfortunately, a lot of people will probably hate me for talking about it, or they'll complain that I'm saying something. They'll just do what the normal people do. They're just, oh, you're a racist, sexist pig, which is not true. But, you know, they can make up whatever names they want to call you just because they don't like the message that you're saying, the truth. And if the truth is offensive to you, then you might be living in a world full of lies. I mean, so I don't want to go on and on and on. I just wanted to talk about the Masters of the Universe is canceled, and it's probably for the better. And hopefully we'll get a Masters of the Universe movie sometime in the future where there isn't a brainwashing going on and a bunch of messages that these people want to push. Because back in the day, they always blamed it on the Christians. Oh, the Christians don't like this in the movie and they complain about it, so we had to take it out. And everyone's like, oh God, these Christians are always pushing a message. Well, nowadays, who's pushing the message? It's not the Christians. The Christians are not pushing the message. It's somebody else. And those people don't like Christians at all. And they hate Christians. But unfortunately, those people are considered okay by a large chunk of people. They're perfectly fine to push their message. But meanwhile, when a Christian says, hey, this isn't right, shut up, you stupid Christian, you're a racist pig, you're a homophobe, sex, whatever. Oh, everything they can come up with. And it's like, okay, well, I guess you can just have the movie and let it go bankrupt because no one's going to go see it because you're calling your fans, the fans of the thing that you made and that you pushed an agenda in, you're calling them racist, sexist, and all these things. Okay, so good luck, because that's what they've been doing. So I honestly hope that a lot of these movie studios go bankrupt. Disney, I hope that they go bankrupt completely and have to sell all their properties out. I hope so, because they deserve it after all the crap that they've been pushing on people. They can't put out a Disney Plus show and have it actually make money anymore. They spent like, what was it, $225 million on the Secret Invasion show, and no one's really watching it anymore. Now, I'm sure there are people watching it, yes. But nobody is, it's not massive amounts. When was the last time you heard people go online and talk about, ooh, I can't wait till the next episode? It's been a while. It's been a long while. Last I remember was Mandalorian. And that was like Mandalorian season 2. And I don't remember a time when people are just like dying to find out what happens next in these shows. Because it's dying. Because they're pushing agendas now. Nick Fury, oh, he found out he's black and suddenly everyone's a racist. I don't know what the hell, I don't know what's going on with that. We've always liked Nick Fury and Samuel Jackson being Nick Fury, and we don't care about his race. I thought he was a good Nick Fury. But suddenly now it's like they make it sound like it's a race thing or something. It's like, give me a break. So anyway, I talked too long already about this. But yeah, the Masters of the Universe movie, canceled. Thank God. They probably couldn't do it right if they tried. Now, the next studio that buys it and gets it, I doubt they'll try to do it properly either. So it's just not a good time for them to make these type of things. But yeah, tell me what you think of all this stuff in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the Masters of the Universe being canceled and all that stuff, and what do you think they're going to do? You know, are they ever going to get this thing right? It's been 14, 15 years now, and they've been saying they're going to make a Masters of the Universe movie. Never happens. It never, ever happens. So, I don't know. I know the Netflix cartoon show is still happening. I don't care about that because they already ruined that because of the first season I thought was just not very good. So anyway, tell me what you think in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.